If you missed it, this is a pretty cool video and a story. SpaceX stuck the landing after a successful launch. The new Falcon 9 rocket took off from Cape Canaveral, Florida last night. Officials say it successfully delivered 6 communication satellites into orbit before then landing intact back on Earth. Yesterday's mission was the first attempt to land a rocket on land after previous failed attempts using floating landing pads. A very good Tuesday morning, everyone, and thank you so much for waking up with the Valley today. I'm Kyle Bosch. We're just getting started with nonstop news and weather all the way up to the top of the hour to help you plan your day. And we do have some breaking news we've been following for you this morning. A Fargo man was arrested early today after allegedly shooting a handgun near Fargo's Amtrak station. Police say they tracked down 21-year-old Cody Haugen just a few blocks away around 1 this morning. Now, witnesses told officers that Haugen shot 3 to 5 times in the air as he walked by the train station. Now, people who say that they saw the incident say that there was not an altercation involved before the gunshots that might have prompted the shooting, but police say they are still investigating. For now, Haugen is being held on charges of carrying a concealed weapon, reckless endangerment, and discharging a weapon inside city limits. Porch pirates, people stealing packages from doorsteps, continue to be a big problem in the valley. Now, Fargo police are also telling us this morning they're still on the lookout for an SUV and the driver of it who are suspected in a theft of packages from someone's doorstep earlier this month. Check out the photo. Police say that the driver of this older model Chevy Blazer was seen December 11th stealing packages from a doorstep at a home on the 1200 block of 8th Street South in Fargo. The Blazer has Minnesota plates and appears to have some damage to the rear bumper corners. Now, the driver is described as a white man, possibly in his early 20s, about 5'10", with a skinny build. He was seen wearing a brown Carhartt-style jacket and a stocking cap. If you have any information about the vehicle or the person involved, you are asked to contact Fargo Police. All right, time to get a look at weather and traffic on the ones this morning. Going to be a busy morning for the Storm Team Center. Meteorologist Robert Hahn tracking some snow headed our way.
Yeah, snow continues to develop over parts of the area. Here in the Fargo-Moorhead area, not too bad as we take a live look outside on the CorwinAuto.com Valley Skycam. Cloudy skies, just a few very light flurries continuing, and those winds continue to increase as well. Current temperature 22. It feels more like 7, winds out of the south at 18. That 22 pretty close to the temperatures we were seeing last evening. Temperatures held steady throughout much of the night across the region. 16 right now in Langdon, also 16 in Devil's Lake, 21 up in Grand Forks, 23 Crookston, 24 over in the Bemidji area. South winds increasing. Those south winds will be a problem, especially in combination with the snow falling later on today, but it also could cause a little bit of blowing and drifting snow this morning, even before the snow heads into your area. That especially in open areas. The combination of the wind and cold temperatures, 14 is your wind chill now in Detroit Lakes, also 14 in Bemidji, -1 in Langdon, 2 below Devil's Lake, 6 above down in Oaks. Clouds continue to thicken and lower across the region. Underneath these clouds, we do have some snow, and this will continue to develop and slide off towards the northeast as we head through the rest of this morning and into this afternoon. Right now, the steadiest snow, southwestern Stutsman County down towards Dickey and Lemoore County, lifting off towards the northeast, and this will continue to expand off towards the east and head off towards the northeast as we head through the rest of this morning and into this afternoon. Across the northwestern U.S., a lot of snow and some coastal rain. For us, as we head through the rest of the day today, we are going to see that snow continue to increase and lift off towards the north, some of it locally heavy, especially across the northern valley. Temperatures warm up into the 30s across the southern valley, but it will be a colder, it'll feel a lot colder than that with some strong southerly winds. Tomorrow, colder air makes its way on back into the region, and along with that, a chance for a few flurries and snow showers. We do have that chance for some heavy snow across the north because of that winter storm warnings that affect for much of the north. Winter weather advisory surrounding that. Keep it tuned to the latest forecast. That's another look at your weather. Let's get another look at your traffic with Al Ahmed. Good morning, Al.
Robert, the DOT crews on both Minnesota and North Dakota sides of the river, and obviously the street crews in Fargo-Moorhead metro area have done a good job. Commute's going pretty well this morning. The road service out here on Interstate 94, where I am right now, is generally wet. Ramps a little bit more problematic, but overall still not too bad. You're going to find driving conditions in town pretty good as well. Travel speeds out here on Interstate 94 are generally in that 55 to 60 mile an hour rate, something like that. But I need your wipers this morning. Drive carefully today and always. It's getting busy out here. Al Ahmed, Valley Today traffic.
6:53 as we turn back to your news headlines. The shortest day of the year is considered the longest night of the year for the homeless. So on the first official day of winter, dozens took to the streets of downtown Fargo last night to remember the more than 100 people who have died locally in the past few years because of being homeless. Organizers hope that the walk will let people know homelessness can impact anyone. It's estimated around 1,000 people a night are homeless in the Fargo-Moorhead area. A Fargo gun store owner says business has been booming in the 3 weeks since the San Bernardino terror attacks. Bill's Gun Shop and Range owner John Munson says in addition to good sales, conceal and carry and other gun training classes have doubled in size, so they're adding more to keep up with demand. Bill's Gun Shop opened in Fargo in October. They are planning to open a Moorhead location early next year. We've got a follow-up for you this morning on a story that we first told you about yesterday on the Valley Today. Police have now identified the 2 people arrested after a high-speed chase and foot pursuit in Grand Forks. Police say the driver of the vehicle was 23-year-old Mary Walls. She's facing numerous charges, including DUI and reckless endangerment. The passenger was also arrested, 28-year-old Craig Parkhurst. He's facing fleeing charges. Police were attempting to stop Wells's car when they say she took off at a high rate of speed, but then slid off an icy road west of town. A canine team eventually tracked down both after police say they took off on foot. A Fargo woman is being treated for burns to her face and hands after a fire at her North Fargo home. She was one of 9 people to escape from a twin home on the 1400 block of 5th Street North yesterday after a fire broke out in the basement. Damage to that home is estimated at about $70,000. Fargo fire officials say the cause of the fire is under investigation. Well, that fire in Fargo yesterday morning was one of 3 in the area yesterday. There was also a fire in the afternoon in Castleton that did more than $20,000 in damage to an apartment unit. The fire and water damage was contained to just 1 apartment in that building. And a family of 5 escaped a house fire in Grand Forks that happened yesterday morning on the 800 block of 22nd Street South. The fire caused damage to the attic area and extensive smoke damage throughout that home. The Mall of America in the Twin Cities has filed for a restraining order against the leaders of the Black Lives Matter group in an attempt to head off a protest scheduled for tomorrow, one of the busiest shopping days of the year. Attorneys for the mall are pointing to problems with a similar protest last December involving approximately 1,000 people. The lawyers say on that day the mall and its tenants suffered irreparable harm, including reduced guests and sales. Black Lives Matter's leader say that regardless of any legal issues, their protest will happen as planned tomorrow. A longtime Moorhead business is closing this week to make room for a road expansion project. Your last day to fill up at Richards Tesoro at 8th Street and Main Avenue is Thursday. The owner says that he accepted a buyout in advance of a plan by the Minnesota DOT to add turn lanes in that area. Cookies, candy, and a big Christmas dinner. It can be a recipe for an unhealthy holiday. But there are some pretty easy ways that you can, still enjoy your favorite treats, but, sneak in some healthy holiday treats as well. The Valley Today's Christy Larson has been live all morning at the Family Wellness Kitchen in South Fargo. Hi, Christy.
Good morning, Kyle. Yeah, and we're here with Kelsey, our Sanford dietitian, and we just made some of these, and I wanted to try one, but they just came out of the oven, so I might have to wait a little bit.
They might be a little bit too hot right now.
But again, these were the chickpeas that we just put our own little coating on and then baked them in the oven, and that can make for kind of a crunchy, salty snack for people.
Right. It's a nice addition to any snack table because it's going to give you some protein, it's going to give you some fiber, and it's just a different snack option than some of the traditional ones, too.
And then what we have over here was we also had made some of those fruits and vegetables, or not vegetables, but you can always put out vegetables. And the bottom line is just make sure you're not overdoing it on the unhealthy foods and that you add in the healthy foods.
Right. Moderation is key. Enjoy your favorite Christmas treats, of course, but when you can you try to sneak in some other foods too, just for some of that balance?
And I know that's something you remind us every single holiday, and it's something we need to be reminded of when we're filling up those plates. And I'll be putting those recipes up online later this morning, so you can check back on valleynewslive.com for some of those. And Kyle, I think I'll bring you back some of these chickpeas. I'll try it, but if it gets too hot, I'll let you know. Ooh.
I'll have some chickpeas too, but either way, Christy Larson reporting live from Family Wellness Kitchen for us this morning. Well, you may want to cover your child's eyes and ears for this one. Netflix is once again helping parents fool their kids on New Year's Eve. It's launching a new set of on-demand, kid-friendly New Year's Eve countdowns so parents can let the kids ring in the new year at any time. The countdowns are available now on Netflix and can be used whenever you please. Some parents might like that too. I don't know. I can't stay up that late on New Year's, especially considering I got to work at 3 a.m. the next day. Well, it's time to get our answer now to our question of the morning on Facebook on this Tuesday morning. A new study claims doing this at night can improve your sleep. Well, the answer? Cuddling with a pet.
Huh.
You can take part in our question of the morning by heading to our Valley News Live Facebook page every Monday through Friday morning.
Interesting.
Some weather issues today, some snow and wind on the way.
Big time weather issues, especially as we head through later this morning into this afternoon and evening. Winter storm warning for the Northern Valley. Surrounding that winter weather advisory, look for 4 to 7 inches of snow in the warning area, 2 to 4 inches in the winter weather advisory region, 1 to maybe 2 here in the Fargo-Moorhead area. There is the steadier snow developing off towards the south that will continue to expand and intensify as it moves off to the northeast.
That's our time on this Tuesday morning. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. We will see you tomorrow.
Take care.